Previously on the Lovable Lunatic.
Show me your butthole!
You want a piece of me? You want a piece of me? I don't find penises offensive. My mom was like, where are you going? Where are you going? I'm like, I'm going to be a fucking cartoon character and play with children. We go to the police station. You don't know me. I love Walt Disney's Vision. I used to dress up as a dog in here. How dare you? Who do you have to fuck to get a break in this town? We sit down and she goes, I really admire your dedication to your craft. And then she pulls out. She waltzes right over to the piano. She has a piano and she's like, and she starts playing piano for me. And I'm like, I thought we were playing Chinese checkers. And we sit down and she goes, I really admire your dedication to your craft. And then she pulls out a fucking key ring. And she goes, walk with me. And we walk outside. And there's a Toyota Camry, beautiful blue sunroof, moonroof. She goes, you're going to be a star, kid. I want to be the first investor. I'm like, cool, later. That night, I got the car impounded. Because remember, I didn't have a driver's license. Now, here's the thing. It's not all on me for breaking the law. She knew I didn't have a license. She wrote about it, and she buys me a car? It's on her. No, not on me. I'm the mentally unstable Peter Pan boy that dances with dildos in adulthood. I have no control over the decision making. But I'm driving down PCH and I'm like, woo! I have a car! No driver's permit or nothing, but woo! And going downhill. And I have the sunroof open and the wind's blowing in my hair like Beyonce. Except I'm not rich, so my wig isn't glued in like hers. So the wig just blew right out the sunroof. And there was a yellow light about to go red. And I was like, I don't want to overuse the brakes, you know. I know a lot about physics, as you can tell. I'm a roller coaster junkie. We're going to be going on some road trips here, guys. This podcast is more of a variety show infused podcast. We're going to have guests. We have some scripted comedy. We have some bits. We go on travel, anecdotal field trips about my life. My second grade teacher, who I'm still friends with. My first agent. We're going to talk about it. It's pretty crazy. And boo, 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 boo. Because I just blow through the red light because I don't want to damage the brakes. And I know because I'm going downhill, I'm like, on a roller coaster, you can't put brakes in the middle of a hill. So I just coast through it. Of course, this fucking asshole, lesbian, blonde, of course. Remember, this is Orange County, too, where there's like nothing to do. There's no real crime. Get the guy with the dildo. Get the guy with the dildo. Get the guy with the dildo. That's my new hit single on the Love Loon Records smash hit, the Love Loon Pod Dildo Dance. I dance with a dildo. She pulls me over. She's like, you blew right through that red light. I go, I didn't want to harm my brakes. She's like, license and registration. I'm like, next. Yeah, and they impounded my car. And then it wasn't my car. I didn't own it. It was, it didn't transfer to me yet. So I start getting phone calls from Alice. She's like, my car got impounded. The car I bought you got impounded. Why didn't she switch the ownership? She gave me the forms. I mean, the forms were even filled out with like those yellow, when you go like a legal document, they put the little sticker. It was like an arrow. It's like, if you're Down syndrome enough to not know to sign here, here's 5 arrows pointing at it. It was like that. She goes, just take this. The car will then be transferred to you. Well, I didn't. So the tickets I got, the no-shows to court, the impounded car, all went to her. So I stopped going to therapy at that point. She was very upset with me. And I never saw her again. I just disappeared. I unplugged the answering machine. Those were the answering machine days. I just stopped answering her calls. She did try to take me to small claims court, but it didn't work out because I quit my job and there was no income for her to garnish. So that's what you get, bitch. Don't buy me a car and try to get it back, you Indian giver. Did Scott Borden, the liberal, say Indian? Yeah, I did. This is a safe space. Free speech zone. Didn't you hear my safety instructions earlier? Get out the house if you can't hit. I don't know the saying. I'm in Eeyore in Critter Country, right in that spot where Pooh Bear and Tigger, and I'm there, and she shows up with some white guy. And I was in Eeyore. I was like, oh my God. Like, I have an active small claims court case against this bitch. She bought me a car. She bought me cakes. She fucking tried to fuck me on her piano. And I'm Eeyore. I'm like, Eeyore's complicated. It's a lot of character study because his arms are only, with a body. And so she's like, I love you, Eeyore. I love you, Eeyore. And she goes like that. And so I'm trying to lean down. Like, I don't want to touch her. Like, what if she recognizes my soft caress from when she fucked me on her piano? She didn't just give me the car. I obviously had to fuck her. She didn't notice because, again, my dick is not that big. Your Honor, I'm not that big. Your Honor, my cock is not that big. Aww. Let him loose. He has a small dick. Let him out of jail. That's the last time I saw her. It was really like the weirdest experience at Disneyland. Actually, I can give a more recent story. Let's fast forward. I recently went to Disneyland because the Splash Mountain redo. Right? Tianu's Bayou Adventure. They made it black. Republicans are like, what'd they do? Those singing robots used to be white. And now they're black. We can't have no black robots on my log ride. I don't like black robots. The robots are black. But I'm a little bit of a snob. I'm a theme park snob. I'm a roller coaster snob. You're going to see a lot of those trips that I go on. And I wanted to give my own review of the new Splash Mountain. And I'm in there and I'm like, God, like flashing back again, like 62 years from when I used to work there. And I was up on that top thing before you go down the steps. And it's like, God, I used to dress up as Eeyore there. And that's where I saw Alice. And that's where Tom Hanks came that one time. Tom Hanks loved me as Eeyore. And I'm there and whatever. And I'm in the log and I go. It's about a 9-minute thing. I know the time. I'm a fucking little bizarre. What's the word? Asperger's. I see up above this little kid and she's like, oh my God, water, logs. I've never seen it before. Charge them $200 a ticket a day. And her little red autograph book goes tumbling down into the flume. And I was like, oh my God. Like, it just really hits me hard. It flashes me back. I really did love working there. I really love being in characters. I took it real fucking seriously. And I was like, shit. And it just took me back to my Disney University training. And one of the things they taught us back in the day, at least, they weren't so corporate then. It was called Total Guest Satisfaction, TGS. And if the guest was unhappy and you were on duty, you could give a guest an item in any gift shop up to $40 in value if you declare TGS, right? So I'm like, TGS, like her fucking autograph book. And I remember the mom kind of grabbing her wrists and she's like, that's what you get. And as my log goes into, the black world of blacks, the log ride, I was like, I'm going to get you, lady. So the ride gets out and I go, I know I have about 9 minutes before when they get in that log. So I just run to that gift shop right there where my therapist met me in Eeyore. And I was like, fuck, what if she takes me to court again? I just run into that gift shop. And I don't look for water before I jump into the pool. There's only 2 letters in the alphabet with me. A, Z. Everything's black or white. There's no gray. I'm like an exposed nerve. There's no middle ground. I just run into the gift shop and I grab the autograph book and I'm like, TGS, TGS, TGS. They're like, who's that fucking Morbius weirdo? And I just run through the wooden, the log door looking thing. And I go, I don't know. But I remember back in the 90s, the break room was right behind where Country Bear Jamboree used to be, which is now the Pooh Bear Honey Bunny Bee Sting ride, whatever. And I assume they don't take care of the employees any better now than they did back then. So I'm assuming it's still a dumpster with garbage and rotting churros and rats and those cats. You've seen the Disneyland cats. It's true. They let cats out at night to eat mice. It's true. And I just run, I go, and I see the curtains, like the break rooms are these like hospital curtains. And I just rip open the curtain. I see 3 half-dressed animals with like feet. And I know the drill. I know that the Tigger height is 1 height. I know Pooh is 1 height and Eeyore's the middle height. I know there's going to be various characters of various heights back there. And I have all the autograph memory in my memory. So I go, TGS, I have a kid in distress. Pooh, Tigger, Beast. I just start naming and they get up. I assume they thought I worked there. Why else would this fucking bizarre freak show just show up and command? I'm like, Tigger, I need Beast. I need Gaston. So we just took turns from height range. I organized it from the height range because each character belongs to a height range. So I don't do Tigger. I don't do Goofy. I don't do Beast. I don't do Geppetto. I did do Geppetto a couple times. They were shorthanded. So I took care of the middle heights. The short girl took care. That autograph book had 43 autographs in it. 43. And I'm like, thanks, guys. You're the magic. You're the magic. And I run and I run and I run out that side door and I'm right there. Now the Pooh and the Tigger and the Eeyore that were on set, we're going to get real here. There are 2 actors that play those characters. 30-30. You know when Donald Duck needs to get water? He's not really getting water. He's changing with his body double. And I remember this is scandalous at the time. A lot of the duck height people were dwarfy. Is that the right word these days? I'm a liberal. I want to be dwarfy. Is that the proper term? PC. And there were times when Donald would change because I'd be in Pluto and you'd be like, Mama, I love Donald Duck. Donald Duck's getting some water. Oh, I love Donald Duck to get some water. Donald Duck leaves. The double comes out. It's a dwarfy double. And the kid goes, oh my God, Mama, it's so hot. Donald's legs melted because they're kind of bow-legged. It's a big scandal. They wanted continuity. So I remember they were like, they'd feel you up. They'd be like, for Pluto, and they would like, and I was like, I don't want to lose Pluto. But I'm very broad-shouldered. I'm top-heavy. The upside-down pair, remember? And Pluto's kind of lanky, and they were like, I don't know, like the 5, like, people with the notes, they're like, he's too fat, and his face is fat. Like, most people are fat, but their faces are thin, like Ben Affleck's, but Scott's just fucking fat everywhere. And they come back to me, and they're like, even though your chest is too big, even though Pluto's supposed to look a little scrawny, you still are the #1 Pluto. And they kept me in the Pluto costume until I got fired a year and a half later for grabbing the boob, which I did not do. Allegedly. So I see the mom and the kid, and they come out. And I'm like, oh my God, like, I'm about to come. I'm like super excited. And the Tigger and the Eeyore, because they know it's been a thing. They come out, the kid, and I'm like, hi. My friends and I want to give her the book. And the kid's like, oh my God. It's like fucking like heads exploding. Like a child in a red state elementary school. Just boom. And the mom is like, well, I guess there is magic. And I'm like, yeah, there is fucking magic. There is magic. I'm still making the magic happen years later, and I don't even fucking work here no mo. And the kid's crying, and I start crying, and I lean into the Eeyore, and he's like, yeah, bro. And he's like, I'm crying. I'm like, oh my God, like I make magic. Okay? I'm still making magic happen. Walt Disney and I still making magic. So I walk away. I'm like, I'm going to go on Haunted Mansion now. And a woman comes up. She's like, excuse me, young man. I'm like, I'm not young. It's the Botox. Please. She's like, I have to talk to you. I'm like, okay. She pulls me aside. She's like, I work at the UCI Adult Behavioral Center Research Clinic. I'm like, wow, that's amazing. She's like, I wanted to talk to you about your experiences with adult autism. I was like, I didn't know I had any. And she goes, well, I saw your overly emotional reaction to hugging Eeyore. So another lesson I learned is don't do nice things for people anymore because you'll get diagnosed with autism at Disneyland by strangers. Thank you, Linda. Her name was Linda. And actually looked up her bio in the Haunted Mansion. I'm like, fuck, a real fucking autism expert picked me out of obscurity out of all the people at Disneyland. She goes, that guy has adult autism. And she hook, line, and sinkered me and reeled me in. And she's like, you're autistic. Anyway. What else is in here? Oh, shit. That's right. You know, I get kind of like flustered. I don't know if you can tell. I made this list of things I wanted to talk about. Autism at Disneyland. My therapist tried to fuck me. Democrats fucked this election up, not Republicans. Republicans don't know any better. They vote for a child fucker. It's you Democrats that stay at home that fucked us. Anyway, sorry, Elon. I love you. Fuck. He put a chip in me the last time we banged, and he knows everything I'm doing. We're going to go on road trips. We're going to talk about true crime. I have a segment called The Love Loon Gumshoe. Like I mentioned, the OJ trial got me real hooked on trials. You guys, we got a lot to cover soon. The Brian Kohberger Idaho murder trial. Oh, my God. You guys, did you hear the 911 call? We're going to talk about it. Alex Murdaugh, the fucking hick who killed his wife and his son, he might be getting a new fucking trial. Are you kidding me? Diddy? The Diddy trial. You guys, you know I have a history of getting into these big trials. I have to get into the Diddy trial. Can you imagine those tapes? Oh. I'm taking ecstasy just thinking about it. What the fuck is up with that? Can you imagine being so in love with yourself that you make... And what I heard was that he actually was like directing the porn. I'm actually a real fucking weirdo. I know a lot of attorneys. I know like prosecutors. I see court docs. I'm really into it. I'm very bizarre. He would, when they're like, he would direct. I get that. Like directing porn. It's like, okay, now put it in her mouth. Great. Now put it in her ass. Okay. Now put it in his ass. Come on. It's the 90s. People fuck who they want these days. Great. Now pull your hair and scream while he puts it in you. Great. That's how I direct my porn. Diddy though, he was like, he would do it. He goes, now he would like grab the dick and be like, he would do it. So when I direct my porn, which is just me masturbating in front of a mirror, because no one wants to see that. He would like direct and then he would watch and he would like jerk off to himself. Like, I don't like being looked at or touched by humans. So I masturbate 12, 13 times a day. I thought it was sex, but then you just learn words that are different. When you don't talk about sex as a child, you think this is sex. And then you find out, wait, that's just loneliness? Wait, playing solitaire while masturbating is indications of sad loneliness? Yeah, that sucks. So we're going to talk about the Diddy trial. I really want to, because I really got really obsessed with Elizabeth Holmes and the Theranos thing, because I knew one of the attorneys that worked on the Theranos case, but I didn't know about it until 10 years later. And when I saw the documentary, I go, that name, that word, it's in my head, and it clicked. And so I go, fuck, man, I got to go to that fucking trial. I am going to drive there right now. Again, I jump in the pool without looking. Have you ever driven alone overnight through Palo Alto at 3 a.m? It's pitch black. You know how many cows you hit before realizing there are cows there? And I got to the courthouse at 3 a.m. and I stabbed a couple people. I didn't drive 7 hours overnight alone not to get in. So I stabbed a couple people. They healed quickly. I put pressure on the wounds. And I got in. I ended up being in the courtroom for 6 different days with Elizabeth Holmes, and I talked to her in the hallway. I helped her leave the courthouse after she got sentenced. I held this door on the side. It's a big story. We're going to talk about it. But I love these trials. So the Love Loon Gumshoe is me, some true crime nerds of mine. We tried to fucking figure it out, but this Kohberger case is going to be the biggest murder trial probably since OJ, honestly. It's fucking wild. We'll talk about it. I love roller coasters. When I was a kid, I wanted to design roller coasters, but then I realized you had to be smart. So I didn't, but I ride them a lot. And I'm obsessed with construction, so we do a lot of theme park visits. So we're going to go on some Lovable Lunatic road trips. It's going to be fun. So we got a lot of stuff going on. I appreciate you guys being here. Like I said, all silliness aside, I really want this podcast to be a place where I can be a full version of myself. I can't be the only one who feels that way. I know people are married and have kids and mistresses and double lives, fucking men in gas station bathrooms if you're a Republican. I can't be the only one who feels that way. And I've really gone through life by command. It's pretty fucking crazy. And that's when I remember saying to Adam, I go, I feel like people need permission to be themselves. All of it. Good, bad, ugly, mostly ugly. Because I feel like everyone plays versions of themselves, and it's really old. I'm really fucking, to be honest, freaked out of dying. I've been to 13 funerals in 2 years. The only ones that were older than me were my mom and Heather's dad, Mark. Legend. We'll talk about it. And it messes with you. It just makes you realize the shit that's fucking petty is petty, and you kind of say goodbye to people that maybe you should have said goodbye to a lot sooner. And I didn't want to make it all heavy and dramatic and melodramatic. I mean, I am very fucking melodramatic. My name's Scott Borden. I like my music loud, my drink strong, and my drama mellow. That's Beyonce's wig. But again, her wigs are tied in because she's rich. Mine is just held in with a little scotch tape. So everyone here is welcome to be themselves. I have a potty mouth. I cry a lot at things. I do a lot of charity work. You're going to go on site visits with me to some charity things I do. Kind of just want everyone to get to know the real me. Because the thing that sucks about my parents dying is that I didn't really get to know them until they left. And a lot of that was by design. That was, I have weird views of marriage and couples, and not that I was taught that stuff, but now I'm in my early 60s and I look back, I'm like, you absorb behavior you don't even know. A thing that's been really trippy is the more I get to know my parents after they're gone, I'm like, oh, fuck. That's that thing I hate about myself. I have like my everything bad about my dad and everything bad about my mom. I've always been really hard on myself about it. I've been my own worst critic. And at some point, you got to fucking relax, man. I mean, I'm an actor. You guys, you see me right now on the #1 Mindy Kaling Netflix show, Running Point. Thanks for the shout outs. You saw my second Super Bowl commercial, doing some stand-up. I'm doing this podcast. And it's really about, there's nothing to figure out. I'm really guilty of figuring things out. And some shit is just, it is what it is. My straight husband, Aryan, what's up, bro? Remember he used to say to me when I met him at the AT&T store, God, we haven't even talked about the AT&T store days. But he would say to me all the time, it is what it is, Borden. I'm like, what the fuck does that even fucking mean? You want a piece of me? You want a piece of me?
You want a piece of me.
It is what it is. Because it just helps you fucking get out of the room and move on. And I have to know everything and and at some point you let that go and you go, fuck, man, I got to address this depression crap. I got to address fearing death. And I have to make peace with a lot of shit. And so, yeah, I mean, like I said, this dildo story is very silly, but it's just indicative of how I kind of just walk into things, or I used to at least. Now I'm very cautious, but it's just walk into situations. I think we have more control than we think. I mean, I'm very guilty of being like, my life's out of control. And maybe I just kind of refuse to take control because the stories are silly, right? Well, these stories are not silly to me. They fucking ruined me. I mean, I was in jail, so like the dildo story, that's a lot to, I mean, I had someone telling me, they go, your therapist tried to fuck you on her piano after she bought you a car. Doesn't that mess with trust issues? And I was like, no, it's just a funny story. They can be both. So my goal with this podcast is to do something really different. I know people like to sit and listen to people talk about themselves for hours at a time. I can't really do that. So, you've gotten some taste tests. We're doing different stuff. We got some storylines. We got sketches. We've got, like I said, the road trips. And I'm really excited. Interesting people, lawyers, casting directors, agents, therapists, charity people, a psychic. We got some crazy shit going on. And I'm really happy you guys are here. I want everyone to just be able to be themselves. And I guess that means that I haven't really ever been myself. So this showpod, I'm really excited. And I don't get excited often. That's a true thing. The depression stuff is a real problem. Not just for me. I'm going to circle back to what we opened with is, I always roll my eyes when people go, you're not alone. You're not alone. You are not alone. That's my next hit single. I'm still working on it. I was like, who cares if you're alone? Like, the same thing happened if you get hit by a car and you're with a group of friends, or you get hit by a car by yourself. It doesn't matter if you're alone. You got hit by a fucking car. Here's the thing. It does feel scary and shitty and lonely when you feel lonely or alone. And going through these, I'm trying to figure out, like, what's the podcast? I have to figure it out. Is it a politics podcast? Is it this? Is it a therapy podcast? Is it? And I go, you know what? It's all of it. It's all of it. I'm going to be everything that I've ever been. One of the last conversation I had with my mom, we were talking about, a lot. It was a rough week. And she would bring up things that I never thought she would remember. She goes, remember that video that you and April, you'll meet April, bestie since age 7, as we approach retirement. It's a long time. Heather, same thing. She's going to be on the podcast too. Stupid sketches we would do. She was like, do you remember Pope on a Rope? I was like, what? And we were 10, and I was like, Mom, I have this idea for a Pope-shaped soap, and it's called Pope on a Rope, because soap on a rope was cool at the time, and we made like a commercial for it. And it was like, simply put the Pope on a rope under the shower head, and you'll be cleansed with holy water. And I had a keyboard, and I would add church choir sounds, and I was like, you remember Pope on a Rope? And I thought about it. I go, there is that innocence of when you're a kid. There's a lot of pressure, in this industry. There's a lot of comics and comedians. Fucking Kevin Hart is giving me shit looks right now. What? Yeah, what? fuck out of here. He's all pissed because his little vegan restaurant shut down. Yeah, that's my fault. People don't eat meat. Yeah, nice business investment. Mr. Hart. He's so fucking successful. I'm excited. I'm also a little nervous. I don't know if I'm comfortable talking about my cock's not that big, Your Honor. But again, it's just the truth. And it happened. And I was 18 years old. And that was when I go, if I'm doing a concept for a podcast where it's like a variety show, look at my life, some of it's true, some of it's not. I like blurring the boundaries of what's true and what's not. So people may think I do have a giant cock. You'll never know. Now everyone's wondering about my cock size. There's no such thing as bad publicity, baby. We're going to take live calls. 1-900-OK-Loon. My fucking phone's not set up. That scam artist Olivia Barbizon fucked me. You fucked me. You fucked me, Elizabeth Barbizon. You guys were going to do e-meter readings? What the fuck? Everyone knows about Scientology, right? Where's Shelley? I have inside scoop on where Shelley is. Yeah, we're going to talk about it. This is a real e-meter I got from an escaped Scientologist. So we play a lot of games with the e-meter. You're in for a ride, guys. You're in for a motherfucking ride. I want to thank you for being bored enough to tune in. Maybe you're in a jail cell for playing with a dildo and I'm on the screen. And you're like, one day, I'm going to be like that sweaty guy who gets arrested as a teenager. He's got high hopes. He's got high hopes. He's got high apple pie in the sky hopes. He's got high. Brittany. Oh, man, we got to talk about Brittany. I was at the Free Britney courthouse shit. You guys, so much to cover. So many pills to eat. We also talk about the Fast and the Furious roller coaster coming down the street. You guys, we're getting one of the best roller coasters ever built right here in LA. It's on that slope. We talk about it. I jerk off to roller coasters being built all over the country. Man, we're going to talk about my first trip to Florida, Orlando, Disney World, Universal Florida, Adam Ray, Amanda Ray, Nikki Paris, Norm Parker. What a fucking crew to go to Orlando for the first time with. Sorry, guys. Talk about autism. Watch Scott the first time at Disney World. Oh my God! The Snow White mine train. You guys, it's a mine train. And it's like, I'm a dwarf. Yeah, and you get in the mine train and you're a dwarf and you're mine and you're like, hi ho, hi ho, hi ho, hi ho, it's home from where we go, but it's us. Like we're the dwarves, we're in the mine train, you go through and Snow White's dancing and the birds and we're like Snow White and then the train goes down and they're like, hi ho. Adam Ray was screaming like a child, it was hilarious. Sorry, Adam, the truth is out. No, he wasn't screaming like a child. He's screaming like a man-child. It's a good ride. A lot to talk about. I think we covered everything for today. Oh, yeah, there's things I hate, like people who won't shut the fuck up during movies. Shut up! Shut up! Scott, where is he going? I don't know. I'm watching it. Oh my God, do you remember that time we were at In-N-Out Burger? Shut up! Shut up! People on their phone, getting nipple piercings. Shut up during the movies. We're also going to talk about people can't fucking drive. Last time I checked, we teach 15-year-olds with no pubic hair to drive. And yet people don't know what a stop sign is. They don't know what a red light is. They don't know what solid lines are versus dash lines are. They don't know what the yellow triangle sign means versus a yellow square. Come on, I was driving a car illegally for 5 years before I had a license and I never drove like you people. I don't like shellfish. I'm just a kaleidoscope of information, experiences, beliefs, psychic predictions. Did you guys watch the Gabby Petito documentary on Netflix? Shit, man. That's another true crime case we're going to talk about. You guys have to get out of here. The security guard found that I'm in here. Shit. You guys, I might see you in a week or two. Shit, they're coming. No pill gets left behind. Oh, my high school yearbook. You ever gone through your high school yearbook? Scott, you're a very special person. I'm so glad I got to know you. You are so sweet and funny. You were awesome in Oklahoma. Keep up the good singing and dancing. Fun fact, I was so fucking poor because of my dad. We grew up homeless. Thanks, Dad. We'll talk about it. That my friends pitched in to get me a yearbook because I couldn't afford it. It was like $22. But I kept it. It meant a lot. Oh my God, this guy was my fucking hero. Gotta go, guys. Security's.
Put out with your hands up.
Guys, I'm cool. I'm the host of the Lovable Lunatic pod.
Over your head.
Hey!
Let me
I made Walt Disney's dream live on! I made Walt Disney's dream live on!
You have the right to remain silent.